Hello, Potato. So this episode should have been the one where I did a one, maybe even a two-parter on SAC Anime Winter 2022. But if you've watched the last couple Weekend Magics, you'll know I didn't attend because I've got the sickness. So yeah, I really haven't been leaving the house, and you know, I actually did have it during SAC Anime, so it's a good thing I didn't go. But it also means I don't have a video for this week, and I don't have the ability to go out and buy anything to do a video on. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I've got a 6 foot tall stack of Lego off to the side here that's never been built. And some of these kits are up to 20 years old, so, you know, given that we haven't done any Lego since Christmas, you know, it's about time for some Lego anyways. So I've grabbed a kit out of the stack, and it's actually a more recent one. It's one that I think is still available. I had lined up for it, I think last September, maybe August. That month they released 100 new kits. Most of the holiday selection came out then. And it is kit 76190, Marvel Studios, The Infinity Saga, Iron Man, Monger Mayhem. There's a lot of colons hidden in there. Well, I guess that one's not really hidden, it's right there. It is 479 pieces. It's going to contain the Ironmonger, because it's a mech, and I do love my mechs. It'll go in the city display when I set that up probably shortly. It's about time to take down the holiday display. And it'll join the Hydra Stomper, and I think it's called US Steel. It came with Agent Coulson, which is why I had bought it originally, because it had Coulson in his car, and it had a mech, and mechs are never a bad thing. Even those weird Marvel armor mechs, which I think the new series that comes out in February. So yeah, it's going to come with Pepper Potts, Iron Man, and Obadiah Stane. I don't have minifigures for either of them. I have a few Iron Mans at this point. But no Potts, no Stane. Which that doesn't sound good when you say them on their own, does it? Yeah, it's got, of course, it's going to shoot little studs. It's a mech. You can't go wrong with mechs. So let's open the box up and see what's inside. Is it a thumb punch or it's got tape on it? It's a thumb punch. All right. And let's pop that open. It's always the bottom on these thumb punch boxes, isn't it? How many bags do we have in here? 3. Just little shooty bits for Iron Man. 2. Well, the book's not all folded up. That's nice. See, that's the way they should always be. It shouldn't be... Wow, that's kind of a lot of stickers. That's not great. That everything though? That's everything. So 3 bags. A book that's not bent up, which I do like. I like that they actually put this in the box instead of folding it over and jamming it in there, which has become the standard for some reason. And 3 bags, which, I mean, shouldn't expect a lot. It's only 479 pieces. It's a lot of stickers for 479 pieces. But still, here's our booklet. There's the QR code if for some reason you want to scan that and follow along at home. And any words? I wouldn't expect it in such a small kit. No, there's the breakdown. Torso, legs, arms. How many steps is this kit going to have for us? I kind of want that one. It's like $100 and something, and I have no place for it, but I kind of want it. Kind of want that one too, but mostly because it has a full-size version of the Mad Titan himself there. I mean, I've got a couple of minifigure versions of him, but I don't have a big one. And I like the van too. I like that it has Ant-Man's van. And so it's going to be... Nope, no instruction. Where's the numbers? There's steps. There we go. 195 steps. 195 steps in this kit. So I guess we should get into the fast forward and get it started. And we are done. All 479 pieces done. You know, I've always wondered, I never bothered to check, do these spare bits count in that 479 count, or is it just the bits you actually need in the kit? I've never bothered to actually count it up to check, nor have I ever bothered to look it up. Maybe I will sometime, but not today. So that's it. The Ironmonger has been put together. I was a little worried at first that the leg joints here didn't seem like they were very secure, but then I realized I hadn't popped them in quite all the way, so they are actually quite secure. We have some lovely detail on here. We have, of course, fingers on the hands, which can rotate. We have this bit here. It's supposed to actually glow. Let's see if we can get that to happen. Let's charge it up. Yeah, it looks like the arc reactor does indeed glow. So that's pretty cool. All right, turn the lights back on. All right, what else do we have here? We have, kind of cool, is we have some moving gears on the back here. I mean, only a little bit, but it is nice that we have some movement, because the ones on the leg here are absolutely faked out. They're just non-movable little bits, because the knees don't actually bend on him, but the ankles do adjust, and weirdly the toes bend. I'm not sure to what end, but they do. But you have some adjustment available on the feet, so you can make them, you know, good and stable. These shoulder bits feel like they could have been a little longer. They don't, I guess as long as you don't keep the arms like right at the side, they're okay, but otherwise they don't sit quite right. The fingers are kind of meh, but overall the design is nice. The face is. I'm glad this was a printed piece. There's only a few printed pieces in here, most of which you can't actually see. There's a control panel in there. We have the combination on what I guess is meant to be the ammunition case. And then we have, of course, the face mask here. Everything else was stickers, lots of stickers. They could have printed these, but they chose to go with stickers. Although the printing on the face in particular is kind of nice. And of course it opens up very similar to the way that the Hydra Stomper opens up. So you can put your little Obadiah Stane figure in there. And there's our Obadiah. He only has the one face because being bald, he has no hairpiece to cover the back of his head to give him a second face. So to pop him in place there. Does it actually fasten in, or does he just sit in there? No, he fastens in. Okay. I have the worst time getting, there we go, getting figures into some of these kits. All right, so he's in place. Then we have Pepper Potts here, who does have two faces. I've gone with the angry face, because let's face it, that's how she usually is in the movies. But there is a smiley face as well for those rare moments where Tony isn't doing something to make her angry. And of course, she's in a lovely little suit that, unless you look closely, you could put a male-haired piece on and, you know, have this be a male figure. But if you look closely, you can see that it is actually meant to be at least somebody with a feminine figure, if not actually someone who identifies as a woman. And then, of course, we have not the star of this kit, because honestly, I feel like the Ironmonger here is the star of this kit. But we have the star of the movie, Iron Man, who, I just realized, oh, maybe he's supposed to sit. Was standing in there, the face doesn't sit properly. Let's sit him in this. That's I think a little better. That looks more like it. So we have Iron Man, who comes with lots of little blasty bits. Of course, he should look very familiar from the Adventures Assemble series with the Advent calendar. They came with like almost the same selection of little blasty bits. It'd be nice if they come with this little base to stand him on when you had the little blasty bits in him, but it didn't. But this does, so that's nice. The one thing, I don't think I have any Iron Man figures quite like this one, in that the face flips up. You know, like it does in the films. I don't think any of the other Iron Man figures I have that feature. They're all just the solid headpiece. And of course, Tony does have two faces as well, so if you want to have him helmet off, you can flip it around that way and put the hair on him. Or I suppose you could even flip it around that way to have the mask up, since he doesn't actually have the heads-up display on his face when the helmet's up. Indeed, you never see him with his face visible with the heads-up display on it, but we'll pretend that doesn't matter. But yeah, the little blasty bits are nice. I think I may replace the figure I have in the village now with this one just because I do like that mask better. I mean, not that I ever have the mask up in the display, but that's kind of cool as an option. And then this little box to store all the little extra bits of ammunition you have for the not one, but 2 actual firing guns on this kit. And you will need the extras because you're going to lose these in approximately 13 seconds. Also, we have this bit. I'm not quite sure what this is meant to attach to. I guess you can use it as an alternative to one of these on the hands. I don't know. But I guess, at least, you know, they used the bits. They didn't just, like, leave them as extra like like other kits have done. Like, sort of the Advent calendar does. So, yeah, Ironmonger has not 1, but 2 functioning weapons. So let's see if I can try them out without losing all the bits. We'll use the box here as the target. So this one is the kind where you just turn the knob and the little stud should fire off. So it takes you like 45 seconds to load it, and then 3 seconds, if that, to fire it off. But let's fire off a couple. All right. And that one's gone. Nope, I got it. So yeah, they fire off a decent little bit of force. And then over here, I'm not sure, I think this one's not spring-loaded. So I think you just are meant to push the little ram through to fire off these discs. Let's give it a try. And well, if you push really hard, they do something interesting. Otherwise, they just kind of plop out, which is I can do better. Let's do better. Let's load it up again and do better. Well, I guess if you don't mind firing them, you know, all at once, you can do that, but not as much force as the other gun, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Since I'm not really going to play with this myself, I'm never going to use those functions again. That'll be the only time I ever fire those guns. And you got to watch it. So it's a nice kit. I do like it. It will look nice in the city. I mean, there are things I could complain about, like the fact that the hands don't like have a thumb. But I think the guns would get in the way of doing too much of anything with the hands anyways, other than, oh, can I do this? There we go. That's what that can do. Does it show that in the box? It does not show that on the box. So that's just me. I feel like the fingers need to be positioned a little differently. Maybe put a space. This is the way they look on the box. So they look like they're all like one next to the other. But I feel like there needs to be a space to give like more of the impression of a thumb. Like that. I think that looks better. That looks better that way. That's not how the instructions looked like they were saying to do it to me, but I think that looks better, so that's how we're going to go. But yeah, it's a nice kit. I think it is still available. It came out just like last fall, so I don't think it's been discontinued yet. And, you know, it's a set that I don't believe they actually did the first time around. So you can add this, especially if you have like the Hulkbuster sets or something, you can add this to that. I don't. It's just going to go in the Lego City with all the other Lego mechs. And I have to phase some stuff out this year, I think. Maybe some of the old Lego movie stuff will phase out this year. I don't know. I'm sure I'll post pictures on the @VoidOfIntelligence Instagram when I decide that. But that's going to wrap this up. It's a good kit. I feel like it's pretty good to play with. Most parts are pulled out, I think, pretty well. I don't think it's going to fall apart too easily when being played with. And even if it does, I feel like most of the joins are simple enough that a child would not have too much problem putting it back together themselves. They wouldn't necessarily need help in doing it. And that's always, I think, a big deal with some of these kits. And I really think this is made more for adults, even though it says 9 and up on it. I feel this is meant more for kind of adult fans of the movies who collect the movie sets. But I don't see why a child couldn't play with this one. It's pretty stable. I think it might be a little bit of a complex build for some children. A lot of little fiddly bits in there, a lot of stickers, but overall, hardly the hardest build we've done. It's the hardest build we've done this year, but it's only January. Anyways, I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give the video a like. subscribe if you haven't done so, and I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.